Welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2. We are finishing up, I guess we're really doing our full playthrough of Meteor Herd this time. And we're finishing up the hero side story in this part. Yeah, this game is that short. We're finishing up one of the big halves of it.
That's what's so interesting in talking about the adventure era, is all the games are so different from each other.
Yeah.
And like so many different forms. Because Heroes is even more streamlined and even shorter than this. So it still feels really different. And then Shadow is an entirely different beast.
Yeah. Well, those games achieve
we have to that
length.
is like 06, which is just Adventure 1 again.
Those games achieve length. Heroes and Shadow achieve length by forced replays, which I'm
Forced
not a
replays
fan of.
and long levels.
Yeah. But the Sonic Adventure games, it kind of shows the merit of the multiple play styles, because they were able to achieve, like, this game is still longer than like Sonic fucking Forces, which is 30 levels. It has the same amount of levels. Really, it has a very similar amount of content, Sonic Forces, in this game, outside of, Chow Gardens and whatever. But the main campaign of this is still just longer by default. Because the hero side story, it's about 2 hours, and then the dark side story is also about 2 hours. That's already longer than Forces, not even considering the final story. So, yeah. But at the same time, there's the huge detractor of the multiple play styles thing, is that you're not playing something that feels Sonic-y part of the time, which to some people is a problem. I think it is something to be criticized, but to other people, it is not a problem. For me personally, I like the other play styles, and I've played this game enough that they don't bother me, but I am still critical of their inclusion somewhat, because I just don't think it's a good design principle to have a third of your game not be what people expect your main gameplay to be, Or
I am
two-thirds
going
of the game.
to derail the hell out of this. And this is something I've been seeing going around Twitter recently.
Okay.
And it's been 06 over Forces takes.
Yeah, what's your stance on that?
06 100%.
100%. High five.
And the reason I wanted to bring this up is I feel like anybody attacking the argument doesn't really understand why people like 06 over Forces.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, a lot of people complaining about Forces don't really fully get into why people enjoy Forces a ton, I think. But I'm mostly here on the 06 argument. And
yeah.
This would probably be a bit better suited for the 06 commentary, but we're going to be a very long time out from that.
We'll talk about it again for sure.
Oh, for sure. But I think where a lot of people are coming from with 06 is, while it is 100% a bad game in its current form, not including P06, it is a bad game. Let's not kid ourselves.
Let's not. Yeah.
It's bad because of failed ambition.
It's bad because it got rushed out the door despite its ambitions. Yeah.
Yes. And Forces, where it's harder to argue with, is it can either be bad in your eyes or mediocre. And if you're only looking at it as an argument of mediocre versus just actually bad, I think that's where a lot of people are like, well, how can you ever call Forces worse than 06? And in that way, it's almost a defense of the developers, being like, isn't that not just insulting to them? They spent all their time working on this, making a much more polished game. But I don't know where I'm going with this.
I mean, I think the bottom line is, yeah, Forces is a finished game, and it achieved what it set out to do. It just achieved to set out something completely bland and uninteresting, and that's what it is bland and uninteresting.
I mean, you can achieve and set out what you aim to do and be a bad game. And I'm on the camp that Forces is just a bad game, not mediocrity. It's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's so mediocre, it's bad. But
I'll make the argument that if we had a game like Forces in place of Sonic Colors at the time, I think it would have been much better received, because it really, I don't think it's a bad game necessarily. I just think it's painfully just boring. But at the time, we hadn't had a consistent Sonic game ever. You punch the meteor into it.
But wait for it.
But I missed.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I still got extreme. I love Meteor Herd, by the way. We didn't really talk about it. I love that level. Such good vibes. Good vibes. I love how massive it is.
Sadness, though.
Yeah, I didn't do very good. You guys might have seen me digging in the wrong spot for like 30 whole seconds, despite not having the exclamation point above my head.
Crux of what I brought up to anybody who cares, we're on the side of 06 in this argument.
Yeah.
In case you didn't already know.
Because, like, even 06 is broken. Yes. It's unfinished. Yes. But it has really good design in it. And I just think it's like a fun sandbox game. Like, people can be like, oh, you can't really call it good if it's only fun because you can break it. But it's fun to fucking mess around in that game. Like, just the act of fucking, like, throwing your gems around, or like doing some weird stuff in the hub worlds, or, you know, whatever else. It's just fun to do that stuff.
Well, at the end of the day, it is still pretty solid level design that feels definitely finished.
Exactly.
But because the gameplay isn't finished, having the breaking elements helps add that fun factor back in, versus P06, which fixes the jank and makes it fun to play.
Yeah.
And it kind of achieves a similar effect to that, but obviously an actually fun game to play over a broken game is going to be better any day. But Sonic Forces isn't fun.
Yeah. Like, yeah, but, like, yeah, I don't know.
I just wanted to rag on Forces today.
I agree. I think we should do that more often, to be honest with you.
Honestly,
God, like, out of
piece of shit.
Out of the mainline games, probably my least favorite Sonic game would be Forces.
I have more.
Mainline.
At least when I play Shadow, I feel things. You know, when I play Superstars, I feel something. I feel nothing when I play Forces.
Yeah, Forces. I'm literally staring at the screen, eyes glazed over, just doing the most basic. I'm so sorry if
this is the game you
inputs.
grew up with that introduced you to the franchise and it's your most nostalgic game. But I hate it, and your opinion's wrong.
They did try and kind of make it feel like a modern day Sonic Adventure 2 in a lot of ways, because they had the new character that beats up Sonic right at the beginning.
See, though, like, I wouldn't have picked up on that until you told me just now. So that kind of tells you how well that attempt went.
Yeah, well, it's also a Sonic game that is very focused on spectacle.
I like how that's perfectly timed so she actually looks at him.
Yeah. Well, there's some variance there because there's a wide range of when you can hit the A button to activate big.
So there are different scenes, so he can show up in different angles.
Yeah.
And well, it's also like at the wrong time, he'll just run through and you won't be able to see him.
Yeah, exactly. But
that's the weirdest mechanic I've ever seen in a cutscene.
I love it. I think that should be in every Sonic game. The big cameos.
It's so stupid, and it's only battle, right?
Well, no, I think actually, I don't know.
Load up your Dreamcast and let me know tonight.
Because I know the Dreamcast had big cameos in the stage, which got removed in battle.
Put it in the description of this video if you find the answer.
I will. I sure will.
And but, then anybody who's commented the answer by now, fuck you. We've already beat you to it. Unless you didn't actually answer. If you didn't answer and put it in the comments or in the description, well, then joke's on you. Commenters, I'm sorry. But if he wins, then fuck you. Now then, I like
Anyways.
this level, but fuck
I
this
love
level.
this level.
But fuck this level. But I do like it. I do like it a lot.
I love this level. It's probably the second least favorite stage for speed stages for me.
Oh, you can just go through the lightning attack with that?
Yeah,
Oh, really cool.
that's like its main usage, but they're so unimportant that there's no point most of the time.
I didn't know that though. Neat. I'm learning.
Yeah, this one you are better off waiting
Because
because
you probably want the homing attack, yeah.
you want the bounce up so you can time the light dash.
Yeah, especially if you're playing in vanilla, where that light dash may send you plummeting to your death in the acid.
Yes. Well, even
Yuji
this
Naka
version
is a hack.
Even this version with its with the mods to restore a lot of the Dreamcast-ness of it, the light dash is still broken. It always will be.
No, but I feel like if you have it mapped to another button, you can at least spam that button to make sure it goes through.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah, it does help having it be on the Y
That's
button.
what I was bringing up, was mapping it to another button, not
Yeah.
making it closer to Dreamcast.
Right. Yeah. Even still, though, you hit it at a slightly incorrect angle. It'll just send Sonic up or down anyways. Because how the light dash works in this game, Sonic Adventure 1 and Heroes, is it basically just finds the nearest ring, teleports Sonic to it, based on the angle that he's looking at it at, and then it keeps doing that if there are more rings nearby. If it doesn't find rings nearby, it'll just kind of launch you in whatever direction you're going. So if you kind of hit it at a weird angle, and you start the light speed dash at a weird angle, it'll teleport you to the ring in the direction that you're going at that weird angle. It'll try to find another ring in the direction you're going, not find one, so it'll just launch you, and then you're probably falling into a pit at that point. It's hilarious.
These
And
games are
thankfully
hilarious,
fixed.
yes.
It's thankfully fixed by Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog has, I think, the best Lightspeed Dash implementation in a Sonic game. You get a ton of speed off of it. It never breaks, like, ever.
Maybe Unleash. Unleash just doesn't have a lot of points to use it. Is my only.
Yeah, well, Unleashed also does break, kinda, sometimes. It doesn't kill you ever, but it doesn't always get the full trail of rings, which is kind of funny. Because then that's like the most polished Sonic game up to that point, but the Lightspeed Dash is still fucked a little
Because
bit.
the Lightspeed Dash is how it works. I think Heroes has some of my most fun implementations of it, because they're really cinematic and I like them a lot.
Yeah.
They just break really, really easily.
I don't think any Sonic game really utilizes it as well in the level design as this game does.
Yeah, that's probably fair. It's just that I think it's too broken in this game for me to have as much fun with it.
Yeah. I mean, like all things in this game, the jank can be learned and understood. And like I said, like my explanation of the light dash there was my understanding of the light speed dash in this, so I don't really have a problem with it anymore, but it is still, it's fucked. It is absolutely fucked. I just like it because it keeps your speed going, and you can use it to take shortcuts, and you can pretty much use it on any trail of rings in this, which is great.
Nice A rank.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It felt good after that D rank on Meteor Earth.
Now, when you're getting 120 emblems?
When are you getting all the emblems in Sonic Adventure?
What now?
When are you getting all the emblems?
I don't know what you're referring to. Sonic Adventure doesn't have any emblems.
Yes, it does.
No.
It does.
No.
And its missions are somehow more mindless than this game's missions.
This cutscene's so fucking stupid.
What do you
music.
mean?
It's the music. It's the music. The way the characters are acting. It's so fucking funny. And the posing.
I mean, that's just this fucking game.
I feel like a lot of the posing in this game feels like they wanted to pose it out like a manga panel, but they still needed the characters to move. So they just have them move in random directions.
Honestly, I would like a more
Or the
storybook.
poses were just so awkward for the motion capture team that they were just standing there. They were told to keep still as best as they could, and they just could not keep still and just kept moving.
Well, that's the thing with motion capture. It detects every little movement you make. So, well, I also think it's like kind of more like Sentai-esque acting. So they have like the over-exaggerated movement sometimes.
That's
Like
not
that.
Sentai-esque acting. That is Japanese acting.
Okay, well there you go.
The only difference
It
with
isn't-
Sentai is in Sentai faces are covered, so they have exaggerated movements to compensate. But
Well, that's why I
But all
kinda
Japanese
called it that
acting
for
is in
this.
many ways exaggerated. That's why it's such a meme to say "yari," because that's,
that's-
just a common thing in Japanese acting, even in
That's
live
kind
action.
of why I called this Sentai acting, because the people doing the motion capture are not having their faces motion captured in this.
I guess.
So, but yeah,
The fake
I
emerald
honestly,
is such a... Sorry.
you can go.
I was gonna say the fake emerald is such a weird plot point, and it was the weirdest plot point they could have brought back.
Yeah, I was about to bring up Shadow Gens because I was about to talk about cutscenes. Before Shadow Generations, the cutscenes in the series have been so bad that I honestly would have preferred like Secret Rings / Black Knight-esque cutscenes for every game.
Hang on. The cutscenes in Unleashed are generally pretty solid.
They are okay. They have the
I
same
think they have
problems that the
just enough-
cutscenes in like Colors do.
I think they have just enough fun charm to them, with good motion, and all the characters' movements feels natural.
I
They
don't know.
like hit the bare minimum and feel good to me. I really like
think-
the cutscenes.
I think some of the
Unleashed.
cutscenes in Unleashed
also,
are good. I
Bless
think
their
some
hearts,
of
I
them
love the
are
cutscenes
bland.
in 06, but that's kind of more ironic.
なんだこの気配
I just think they overly relied on the motion capture during this time.
I don't know. I just
They-
think of like, say, the first cutscene when they arrive in Apatos, and Sonic's juggling the Chaos Emeralds, and like even doing poses around the camera. The way
Yeah,
the
but-
characters all use their similar movement styles from when they're in the open world or in the hub worlds as well, so they look consistent. There's just so many details. It just feels natural. There aren't really any movements. I just think like, hang on, you shouldn't be able to do that. You know?
I would call cutscenes with extra motions like Sonic juggling the emerald or like whatever else. Those kind of are outliers because most of the cutscenes are just the characters standing around talking, which is the same problem everyone has with the cutscenes in like Colors, Generations, etc.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
that game has a ton of exposition, so it makes sense for it. Versus Colors, where because that game is more focused on always on the move, the cutscenes just being bland and standing there hurts it more. But
Honestly,
in Unleashed, you need the
Colors-
cutscenes where they're just standing there. Otherwise, or you just cut the cutscenes out where they're just standing there and replace it with just in-game text bubbles.
See, that's like something I kind of wish they would do now that they have like the open world style. I kind of hope we don't get the shitty, like half-assed in-game cutscenes where you're just talking to a character. I hope they replace those with like stylized, like dialogue bubble scenes.
I still think they're fine with if they go the Unleashed route again.
Meh. Well, I'm talking
Just-
specifically Frontiers at this point.
Yeah, I
But
know.
what
And
I'm saying-
talking about if they go back to a good style, I think it could work just fine. And I think
Well,
Unleashed was
no,
a good
I
style
think
for it.
they found a better style with Shadow Gens, which is like
The only problem I
has-
have with the cutscenes in Shadow Gens is just how little there are, and yeah, that's about it. But like
yeah,
in a
that-
more involved story, where there's a lot more
Yeah.
cutscenes, like then yeah, I'd be fine with that. I'm okay with that.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
That's why
don't diss my Unleashed.
I will, because it's just the Shadow Gens cutscenes, but not as good. That's all I'm saying. And that's why I was
Better. I
saying
think they're better. But
no.
I'm fine with Shadow Gens in the direction it goes for cutscenes.
Shadow Gens' direction is very similar to the Unleashed direction for cutscenes.
And
It's
Unleashed
like
pulled it
a
off
mix.
better.
It's a mix of motion capture and
I could feel
hand
how sad
animation.
you were there.
I made it. What are you talking about? This is my favorite 3D Sonic level.
I know. I
Like,
can tell by the
ever.
way you've been playing this.
I fucking love this stage.
Did you
Oh
restart?
my god.
Did you ever restart?
This is actually my first run of the stage.
Yeah, I can tell because you probably would have restarted when you missed those item capsules before.
Yeah. I would have. This is what I said at the beginning of the playthrough, is I'm doing it raw for the most part. The only exceptions being the Knuckles aquatic mine, where I restarted so I could have a more efficient route to get the air necklace. And then Meteor Herd, where I got the sunglasses and then played the stage. So, yeah. I like this game. I love the stage. This is, it's peak. There's so many fucking paths. And it's not even just the pathing. The fucking rail grinding in this, once you've mastered it, is some of the most satisfying gameplay the series has in 3D.
You have nothing bad to say about this stage. I just suck.
Get good. It's like Unleashed, get good. And now that I have the fucking lightning shield, your fucking stomach always drops in these games when you have a lightning shield and you need to light dash.
Well, because you can even watch it stutter.
Yeah.
Because mid-light dash, the rings are still moving.
Yeah. You
Where it's
really got to
like-
get lucky that they move in such a way that it's not going to throw you off the trail entirely.
It really
So-
makes you wonder, why is the lightning shield in this game?
It's ass. Honestly, don't pick it up.
You can't always control it, though, because you'll get it from
I know.
fucking...
Take damage.
You'll get it from the goalpost. They'll just give you rewards sometimes.
I know.
Which is also a really cool Sonic 3 throwback, but fuck the lightning shield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just not good. And after this, well, like I said, Shadow the Hedgehog, it fixes the lightspeed dash entirely. So even if you have a lightning shield, you can still very reliably lightspeed dash.
My only
in that
problem
game.
with that is because it just looks too artificial for lightspeed dash trails. Like the
What do you
same way the same reason I didn't like them in Sonic Generations, where the game is just obviously telling you you're supposed to lightspeed dash, you're stupid. It just doesn't feel as natural. It's a tiny complaint. It's a tiny complaint, and that's about it. It doesn't
But-
really mean much, though.
You can still light dash on any trail of rings. That's the thing. So it's different than Generations in that way, at the very least. There are the sections where it's obviously meant to be used, but even SA2 has that.
The characters
You know.
in this game look so stupid with all their stuff.
Yeah, they look significantly better without the upgrades.
You should have put that mod on, I'm just saying.
What I should have put on is the, well, I shouldn't have actually done this, but I really vastly prefer the beta model for Sonic in this game where he has his regular shoes. I like the soap shoes. They're just really big and bulky in this. They're humongous. I
love
feel like
the,
they only gave him these because they kind of match the size of Shadow's jet shoes.
I love the cutscene music, using the leitmotif for this at the end of it. The little
Yes.
piano section.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Let's peak. This
No,
game's just peak.
this fight sucks.
Yes, it does. As do all rival fights in Sonic up to a certain point. Actually, ever, honestly. Except Generations.
Those aren't rival fights, those are boss fights. And that's why
They are rival battle. They're called rival battles.
they're boss fights.
Listen, I don't think Well, it's the Shadow fight especially, that's a rival battle. He plays exactly like Sonic does. Or he moves around exactly like Sonic does.
Yeah, it's a boss battle.
And that's like the whole...
boss battle.
That's like the only difference between what we consider a rival battle and a boss battle in these games is that, they use a moveset that's similar to the players.
Look, man, all I know is stars don't twinkle and the moon doesn't shine, and that's all I know.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, but it's what the lyrics are.
Stars don't twinkle, moon don't shine. Kill myself, I'm Shadow. I have depression.
Can we have more sampled vocals in Sonic games, please?
Yes, please.
Like
Hey,
this and
we got
Sonic
some in
Rush.
Frontiers.
Yeah, they're lame though.
Drop a holic, let's give applause. Da, 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 da. Feel the music, don't let it stop.
It's lame.
It's I mean, I don't like Right There, Right On, and I know we've had this discussion, but that song annoys the shit out of me.
No, it's peak.
Right there, right on, right there, right on. Repeat for 3 hours.
It's the backing. It's the backing instruments, the bass, and it
I
all
think the-
coalesces.
And it's all ruined by the vocal samples.
No, it's peak.
There's that one reprieve in the song where it's not saying right there, right on the entire time. And I like that part. But hey, we beat the Hero Side story, by the way. And this scene, I don't fucking know what is happening. I don't know if it's canon or not.
It's an unsatisfying ending because it's not the ending. All there is
Eggman,
to
he
it.
completes the Eclipse canon anyways, and then
Also,
it turns
LOL,
out
there's
it's a
Sachiko
trap.
Kawamura before she was the art director. She was the freaking Chow director.
Peak. Dude, I remember when people realized that she was gonna be working on involved in Sonic Frontiers, and they found out that she did the Chow Garden. People were like, "Oh my God, Chow Garden confirmed!" But no,
she's worked on
like,
all the Sonic games. She's a producer now.
I know, but people
Yeah.
didn't fucking know. People
Same
don't
thing
know
with
the people
Kazuyuki
that worked on these games.
Hoshino. They're both still here. It's really
until
funny.
there's an article or some piece of news that comes out about like a specific person working on the games. Nobody knows who the fuck works on these games.
Shiro Maekawa upgraded for this game to become the entire writer of the entire game, and he worked on a couple of adventure field backgrounds or field art, and that's what he did in the last game.
My Kawa, my goat, my goat. Time won't wait, and I got so much to do.
Yeah, the
I
way
like
some of
this
the
game.
credits shift around and get upgraded is really fun to look at for Sonic Team. It's just sad with how many people have just left,
Yeah.
including the composers, because the composers are like my favorite part.
Yeah, I'm honestly, that's a discussion all on its own, but like I'm not satisfied with current Sonic music much at all. Since Frontiers, well, really since Colors Ultimate, if we want to count that. But really since Forces.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, but I
And
completely
in a
erased it.
way, Lost World.
Yeah, no, I really like Lost World soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's like
just
fully
not really for me.
orchestrated. It feels very classic but modernized to me in a lot of ways. Not exactly, but you know, it's got that vibe to it. But yeah, Forces, very disappointing soundtrack. Frontiers has great songs in it, but it's not stuff that necessarily sticks in my head as well. You know, like Sonic Adventure, I remember.
Well, that's why it's very
every
fit. That's
song.
the one thing I like about it fitting for Forces or Frontiers is that nothing about Frontiers particularly sticks in my mind outside of a few high moments. But man,
Yeah.
when I get into it and play it, I really, really get into it and play it for hours on end and vibe with everything about it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't stick with me afterwards.
Yeah. How do you feel about these after story trailers?
It's very anime. This is how every anime episode ends.
It's like they're
at least
advertising
from the
game.
70s to the mid to late 2000s. This is how
It's
the
like
episodes
they're-
always end with an advertisement for the next episode.
Yeah, well, it's quite literally them advertising, keep playing the game. Okay, so I missed a couple power-ups because these you can't get unless you go back for them. So I'm doing them now. I'm just showing
You got
off
the most
where they
useful
are.
power up ever.
I get my fucking amiibo, so I'm fine. And the other one we missed is Tails' bazooka power-up.
I'm guessing the only
is
reason
useless.
the magic hands is in this game is because the developers could shrink models and wanted to show it
Probably.
off.
Probably.
'Cause it's
This
the most
one
this
is
exists thing I've ever seen.
yeah. I mean the scatter missile's also pretty fucking useless, to be fair. But yeah, that was the hero side story.
Great
Join us
levels.
next time.
But God, the story sucks. Now we can actually talk about the story of SA2.
True. Now we get to actually see what the hell's going on. We'll see you guys next time.